Hi there, this is the Engineering Graphics and Design guy again. Today I would like to show you how to do isometric circles. Just remember that although I've already drawn the cube according to the diameter of the circles that I'm going to draw on each face, you will have to make sure that you know what the diameter of the circle is before you draw the block. And in my case here I've used 70 millimeters as the diameter of the circle, as you can see there at the top. And what I've done is I've drawn each of these faces 70 by 70 because that is now in isometric, and that is the size that I want the circle to be. So the first step that I will do is to draw the block, then divide each face in half both ways, so that is my, I will actually determine where the center is, there, there and there. So the first step was the block. Now the second step is to identify your obtuse angles. In this case, on the top face it will be this one and that one, and those angles are the important ones to remember. On this face you will have obtuse here, and on this face obtuse, obtuse. And the importance of identifying the obtuse angles is that I'm now going to draw lines from this corner, from my obtuse corner to the top center, and then again from this corner over here to the other center. What I do after this is I draw a diagonal from my two acute angles, which is obviously the other two angles, and that will give me the center points. In this case here I'll have this as the center point, this as the center point, this obtuse angle becomes a center point for an arc as well, and so will be the other one. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm setting my compass from where these two lines intersect, in other words the one from the obtuse angle to the center line, and then also where the diagonal one cuts that one. I set my compass to that as a radius, and that obviously will touch both sides. I do the same on the other corner, and just to check that that will fit in nicely, I do that first. And there is my other arc. Now I go from the obtuse angle, and I set my compass to touch the other sides, the side on there and the side there, and by doing that, that forms the big radius for that circle. From this point, I'll set it again to make sure that it touches properly there and there, and then I draw that in. And that is basically how I would construct an isometric circle going from this side in here. In other words, if it was lying in this direction. Now to lengthen this, all I need to do is to take my 4 points, draw a 30-degree angle line from those points, whatever the depth is, mark it from these 4 points, and then go and redraw the circle as I see it on this face at the back. Now I also want to show you, if it's from the left hand side, I'll do exactly the same. It's still from obtuse to center, obtuse to center, and my diagonal. Now remember, your lines will be much lighter than mine because we want to see the actual circle and not so much the construction lines. And here again, this time I'm going, it should be the same because the block is the same on the side. Just check it in case, and draw that circle in there. And on this side, check if it is on the right point. There, draw it in, and then go to the two smaller circles, which is where the acute angles, the diagonal from the two acute angles, where they meet the, set that to touch that corner there, or not the corner, the side. Make sure to touch just there, and draw that in to get that circle over there. Now I use the same radius on this point here. Make sure it touches nicely. Make sure it touches nicely onto the sides of the cube. And there's the second one. This time it will come from this side. Now I'll do the same on the top one. Again, identify where my obtuse angle is, and that's this one here. Other obtuse angle, or sorry, the same obtuse angle to the other halfway line. There we go. And then I draw my diagonal. And I go about it in the same way as I did with the other two. Now, unfortunately my hands might not be in the right position, so just be careful to make sure you see exactly what I'm doing. That will, let me try and do it this way. Go to that corner, check if it will fit. There we go, and draw that in. And now go to the smaller circles, check if it fits. Yeah, and draw that one. It sits. Make sure you put it in the same position, and go to the other side. And draw that one. As you can see, there's the three circles on each face. One from this side, one from the left, and then obviously going down on the top. Now, I've also just made a drawing to show you what it would look like if it was from this side here, from the left side. That's what it will look like. Now obviously I extended these points over here, this, that, this one and that one, to whatever length I wanted that cylinder to be, or not cylinder, it's actually just like a rod, or shaft, short shaft. And come back, set my compass to these radiuses on those points, and in this case I would only need this point here and these 2 points over here to get those smaller circles there, and then the big one here. Now one can also draw, and as you can see I've already done something like that there as well, cut out piece, and it's still the same. Remember, whenever you're drawing isometric circles, whether you're going to draw a quarter of that circle, half the circle, or the whole circle, you always have to use the full diameter of the circle that is given to you. Just remember, it normally is given to you as a radius. So to draw it in isometric, you have to double that to get the diameter of the circle. So here you can see the same procedure as what I did on this side here, and this one was on that side. Now just remember that you always have to draw the full circle, whether you're just going to use maybe one point, or in this case here I use this point here, and from this point over here I used to get this arc over here, and then from this point here I just extended those points, the three that I used, to the full length that I want, and that would have given me that those two end corners or arcs from here. That one is obviously from there, and this one is that small piece there. These here are tangents, and it's normally at 30 degrees. The same with this. This is tangents to the back circle, from the front to the back, and that sort of enables you to draw circles of different sizes and different shapes. At the top here I've got another example which I wanted to show you from the, if it was from the top. In this case here I'm going to use the same diameter, and I've also got a smaller one inside. Remember, whatever the diameter of the circle that is prescribed for you to draw according to that size, you must make sure that you draw the full block for that diameter. If it was just for the from this point to that point and it was a half circle, then I would have made my block from here to here is 70. Do it exactly the same as what I did on the top of the big cube, and you can faintly see my lines there, and then I moved it down by whatever height this is to draw that circle. But what I want to show you is I want to actually go in and make it a bit smaller, and I've already drawn the block, and this time the diameter is 50, so it's 25 from the center. I'd prefer to work from the center of the circle, because then obviously it's easier to find the center on the part that you have to actually draw it. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the construction quickly, and it's mainly from the obtuse angle to the center, and from the obtuse angle to the center. Right, in the meantime, what I've done is I've constructed the circle, and just to show you what I've done is I've used a smaller diameter to make it fit inside that flat piece, so that I can actually show you that it is cut out of that piece, where the bigger one would have gone from the side to side. This one, as you can see, I've drawn it, but it's to the 50 by 50 block. I did the construction what I did on the top, and all I need to do now is just darken these points, these lines on this drawing. And the upright or the vertical lines. And there you can see that that piece is being cut out on that piece from that object. Thank you for watching.